The Lions could lose a key player to their rival and also close a major trade for the Super Bowl. Stay with me until the end so you can understand everything. But before continuing, I would like to ask for your help. You won't spend anything doing this, and it will help the channel a lot. Just leave your like and subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. Now let's continue. Thank you. The Detroit Lions enter the 2025 offseason with a clear goal: to strengthen their defense. After a promising but challenging season, one of the main points of attention is the secondary, especially at the cornerback position. The uncertainty revolves around Carlton Davis, a veteran who shone in his first season in Detroit, but saw his year end abruptly due to a fractured jaw. Now, with free agency approaching, the defender's future remains open. The Lions have approximately $51.8 million available in the salary cap, enough to keep Davis on the roster, should the franchise opt for that strategy. However, the factor that could weigh in on the team's decision is the presence of Ernest Rakestraw Jr., a second-round pick in the 2024 draft. Although he dealt with injuries in his rookie season, Rakestraw emerges as an alternative to fill the gap left by Davis, whether playing on the sideline or in the slot, which would force Amik Robertson to change positions. Despite this, relying entirely on a young player who has yet to prove his worth in the league represents a considerable risk. His lack of experience could be an obstacle, and the Lions will certainly need a more established option to avoid problems in their defense. Even if the team wants to keep Davis on the roster, there is no guarantee that he will return, since his presence on the free agent market should attract interest from several teams. Among the possible destinations, one of the most worrying for Lions fans would be a division rival. According to Ben Rolfe of Pro Football Network, the Minnesota Vikings are emerging as a strong candidate to sign Davis. The Minnesota franchise has cap space and is looking to strengthen its defense, especially at cornerback, a position that could suffer significant losses. With a contract estimated at less than $14 million per year, Davis becomes a more affordable option for the Vikings compared to keeping Byron Murphy, whose market value is around $22 million per year. This financial flexibility would allow the team to explore other additions to the defense, making the former Lions player's arrival even more viable. However, one of the big challenges for any team interested in Davis will be his durability. The defender has missed games in every season since entering the NFL, and in the last 3 years, has missed 13 games. In 2024, his season was cut short by injury, something that raises concerns for potential buyers. Still, when he is on the field, Davis delivers a high level of performance, being one of the most efficient cornerbacks in the league in coverage. The Vikings could have as many as 4 cornerbacks leaving the roster in free agency, including Byron Murphy and Stephon Gilmore, who were starters last season. Should the team lose one of those names or opt for a younger option than Gilmore, Davis would fit the bill perfectly. The big dilemma is weighing the injury risk against the impact Davis can bring to the defense. The veteran hasn't played more than 14 games since 2020, but his experience and Super Bowl history make him a valuable asset for any team looking to bolster its secondary. Given that scenario, it wouldn't be surprising to see him playing for one of the Lions' biggest rivals in the 2025 season. Lions eye blockbuster trade. Add $125 million superstar to boost Super Bowl dream. The Detroit Lions were one step away from the Super Bowl in 2024, but their painful elimination made it clear that they need to go one step further to make their dream a reality. With the 2025 offseason just around the corner, the team needs to act boldly to ensure they have the roster they need to finally overcome this obstacle and win the long-awaited title. One of the areas that needs the most reinforcement is the pressure on the outside of the defensive line. Aiden Hutchinson, one of the pillars of the defense, will return from injury in 2025, but behind him, the depth at the position leaves something to be desired. Za'Darius Smith is still under contract, but at 32 years old and with just 1 year left on his contract, his long-term tenure is uncertain. Given this scenario, the Lions could opt for an aggressive move, close a historic trade to bring in Myles Garrett, one of the most dominant pass rushers in the NFL. The Cleveland Browns star recently requested a trade, increasing the chances of a deal between the franchises. Garrett, a 6-time All-Pro, has made no secret of his ambition to compete for a title, and has made it clear that he does not intend to wait for a rebuild in Cleveland. While I have loved calling this city my home, my desire to win and compete on the biggest stage does not allow me to be complacent. The goal has never been to move from Cleveland to Canton. It has always been to compete and win a Super Bowl, Garrett said in an official statement. With that in mind, I have requested a trade to the Cleveland Browns. With the defensive back's departure practically certain, Christopher Knox of Bleacher Report pointed to the Lions as one of the ideal destinations for the player. According to him, Detroit could offer exactly what Garrett is looking for: a competitive team with a promising defense and a real chance to compete for a title. Given the likely cost of a trade, Garrett would make more sense for a team with an open window for the Super Bowl, Knox wrote. The Lions are right at the top of the list, coming off 2 consecutive playoff appearances and needing an elite pass rusher to play alongside Aiden Hutchinson. If Detroit does pull off this deal, it would immediately boost the franchise's quality. Having Garrett alongside Hutchinson would create a quarterback pressure duo that would rival the NFL's best. Super Bowl teams like the Philadelphia Eagles in 2017 typically have a dominant defensive line, and this trade would make the Lions an even bigger threat to the league's powerhouses. Of course, a move of this caliber would require a significant investment. The price tag to acquire Garrett would likely include at least a first-round draft pick, but that's a bargain for a player of his caliber. Plus, with 2 years remaining on his $125 million contract, Detroit would lock in an elite defender for a long time and still have cap space to negotiate an extension down the road. Lions general manager Brad Holmes has proven that he's not afraid to make bold moves to take the team to the next level. If the franchise truly wants to maximize its championship window and give fans a Super Bowl-worthy defense, investing in Myles Garrett could be the right move. Teddy Bridgewater has amassed an impressive net worth of $24 million as of 2025. The Pro Bowl quarterback built a solid NFL career before announcing his retirement after the 2023 season. However, his career took an unexpected turn when he decided to temporarily come out of retirement to help the Detroit Lions in the 2025 playoffs. In addition, Bridgewater has a new professional challenge under his belt. He has accepted the head coaching position at his alma mater, the storied Miami Northwestern High School. A native of Miami, Bridgewater began his football career playing for Miami Northwestern High School. He showed early talent and leadership, leading his team to the state championship game as a sophomore. As a junior, he cemented his reputation by being named to the All-State second team and the All-County first team, demonstrating his ability as a promising quarterback. Despite facing challenges, such as an injury that kept him out of a few games during his senior year of high school, Bridgewater still excelled enough to be considered a 4-star recruit. In addition, he was ranked among the top 10 dual-threat quarterbacks in the country. To cap off his remarkable high school career, he had the honor of participating in the prestigious 2011 U.S. Army All-American Bowl, an event that brings together the best talent in high school football. Now I want to know your opinion. Leave your comment below. Let's interact in this video. I will respond to your comment and like it. Don't forget to help us with your like. This will strengthen the channel and will motivate us to always be here, bringing the most up-to-date Detroit Lions news to fans. Stay tuned for the next news. See you soon.